Paul McKenna is a man on a mission. He's out to prove there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Often going against perceived medical wisdom, Paul believes the mind has a limitless capacity to reprogram itself. In short, he reckons he can change your life.
You've got to reprogram your mind.
Tonight he treats Sue, an agoraphobic who's lost all hope of finding a cure.
I can't go any further in. I can't go any further.
Just a little bit more.
So many people.
Ryan, who risks losing his fiancée if he doesn't give up gambling.
You don't realise even what's going on around you anymore.
And Ray, who thinks his flying phobia is too strong to be beaten by McKenna.
I don't see that he could erase it from my brain.
Far too many therapists think the best way to fix problems is to endlessly talk about them, to relive them, worry about them, try and get to the root of them. These days, there are amazing new ways to reprogram your mind so that you can fix your problems easily and quickly.
I feel quite comfortable here because I know the door's there. I might sometimes talk over the fence to the people next door. All the time I'm walking, I'm thinking, looking at the door because I'm getting further away from the door, and that makes me feel really uncomfortable. I don't really like going further from here because I can see that the door's quite far away. So I'd like to go back now.
I've got agoraphobia. Can't face to go out. Or go in places where there's lots of people, or go in shops. So I feel like my whole life is in this house.
Sue had her first panic attack 17 years ago. Her fear of open or crowded spaces has got worse over time. And now even in her own home, Sue can't bear to be alone for more than 10 minutes. She lives in Hull with her 9 children and her husband of 16 years, Graham.
In the early days, I used to I get annoyed, and then the more the years went by, the more I understood it and realised I'm backed off and just said, that's no problem, okay.
I don't like to even think about the impact it's had on the family, because that really upsets me. I know that they have their own feelings, but I don't think I could listen to it.
I wish that my mum could take me and Ria, girl shopping, because that means we're all girls and we can do something together.
I do acting at college, and I've done like 4 or 5 or 6 shows already, and she's not been to one of them because she can't physically force herself to get there.
Mum, she wants to go places, but she knows that she can't, so she feels like it's complicated and difficult.
Come on in, Reid!
You're not going yet, Charlie, because
You're going in a minute.
Jack.
Graham does everything outside the house for the children. Anything what's within this house, I will do, but not outside.
The things I wish for to be different would be for Sue to be able to do things and not rely on me all the time. Because I know when she relies on me all the time, she feels guilty.
Hello, Charlie. Yeah, all done. Next lot.
Right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
You got everything?
Yes.
You'll get everything?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I look at her as she's walking by, wonder where she's been, wonder where she's going. Is she worried about where she's going? How long it's going to take her to get home? Is she worried about being alone in her house when she gets in? She doesn't look like she's got a care in the world as she's walking by. I wish I could be like that.
she's tried things. She's tried antidepressants, she's been to a psychiatrist, and she's had cognitive behavioural therapy, which doesn't seem to have worked. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to give her a call. Best thing about the agoraphobics is when you call, they're always in.
Hello? It's Paul McKenna. Hello?
Hi Sue, how you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Jolly good. So I've been looking at your case notes here.
Right.
You've had agoraphobia from 1988.
Yeah.
Did something significant happen around that time?
In 1988 I had a caesarean section, and I think possibly that's what triggered it off.
You suffered a trauma at that time then?
Things going along, a breakup of a relationship around the same time. It was quite a volatile relationship as well.
Let's just imagine, right? Imagine I waved a magic wand.
Right.
And the agoraphobia went away. So you could go do the things you need to without any fear.
Yeah.
How would your life be different?
Oh, fantastic. I'd be able to take my own children to school. I'd be able to go and do shopping. We can move forward in our life.
Sue, I'm going to be coming up to help you next week.
Yeah.
We're going to make some changes. See you next week.
Bye.
Next week.
She's tried things to cure this before, and it hasn't worked. And so I feel this is a challenge, but I think it's doable, and I'm going to give it my best shot.
To help us understand how severely her agoraphobia affects her, Sue has reluctantly agreed to go somewhere she finds terrifying, the local shopping centre.
I can see it before a lot of other people because she starts fidgeting, and I look at her and I know, and I think, she's starting to have one here.
Not feel sick.
Feel sick? As far as you can. Just go as far as you can. Right. Just go. I know, but just I know. Just try. Go as far as you can. There's.
I don't think I can go very much
just
further.
a little bit. Just a little. There's my favourite shot. I know, but there's my favourite shot.
The further I go in, the further I am away from
the car's only there.
No, but I can't go any further in. I can't go any further.
Just a little bit more.
There's so many people.
No, there isn't. There's only a couple.
I've grown my car. My legs are shaking and I can't hold myself up. I've got to go back. I've grown my car.
I know, but just a bit.
No, because it makes me feel sick.
Just a little bit.
Can I get this?
Alright, hang on. Alright. Don't worry.
When I'm in this situation and I get all these feelings, I feel like I'm going to die. That I'm going to faint and I'm going to die. If Paul McKenna can cure me, he can do anything. He can do anything.
Hello, Sue. Nice to meet you.
Oh, so excited.
Hi, how are you?
Well, whether she can or not be cured, I hope she can. It'll make life a lot easier and better for all of us.
Can I stand you here like this? That's great, actually. I need to stand at the side of you. All right,
The treatment starts with some Aikido, a martial arts technique to focus emotional and physical strength.
Imagine walking past the first house and then to the second. Go to the second house, go to the third house, go to the fourth house. Go round the block. There we go. Round the block, round the block. Cool. Go round the block several times in your imagination and then stop. Now, when you think about going round the block, do you think you do it right now? No. What stops you?
The feeling that the fear will come.
The feeling that the fear will come. Great. And show me where the fear starts in your body and where it moves to. So it starts in your tummy. Does it move up? Yeah. If it had a colour, what would it be? It'd be red. Yeah. Most people say.
Paul uses a neuro-linguistic programming method to break down the phobia. He teaches Sue this visualization to reverse her fear.
For a moment, imagine we've pulled the red feeling out and it's spinning like this, yeah? I want you to flip it over so it's now going down instead of up, yeah? And let's change it to blue instead, yeah? Now, I want you to put this back in. Imagine it going in through your head and through your throat and into your chest, all the way down to your tummy. That's it. Spin it in real fast. Spin it in faster and faster. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. A blue wheel spinning faster. Now, close your eyes and run that feeling twice as fast. And then when you've done that, open your eyes, come on, back out. Unusual, huh? On a scale of 1 to 10, where's your fear of panic attacks?
10.
10. Tap here.
This is thought field therapy and works on acupressure points, recoding signals to the brain. Sue can use this any time she feels anxious.
Think about panic attacks as you squeeze on exhale. Now, open your eyes, tap here. Tap here. What number's the fear at right now? 5. Good. Tap under here. Very good. Think about panic attacks. What number is it right now?
2.
2. Okay, tap here and then stop. Do you have the fear of the panic attacks? No. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Close your eyes and think about a time you felt very, very good, Sue. And now I'd like you to go back to that memory, Sue, like it's happening now. And I'm going to reach over and touch you on the right knee while you remember it. And I'd like you to imagine taking that with you out as you walk down the street a little bit more and more and more. And I'd like you to then imagine taking this feeling and walking all the way around the block. There you go, imagining it in even greater detail. And then stop, open your eyes, come on, back out. So that seems nicer, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely nicer than it did before. Okay, as you relax deeply into that chair and my voice goes...
Finally, to reinforce the new responses that Paul has reprogrammed in Sue's mind, he leads her into hypnosis to complete the first stage of treatment.
Bit by bit, you become more confident and happier. Rather than be limited by the slavery of agoraphobia, you can think, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And just before you wake up, I want you to reinforce every positive thought you've ever had about yourself. 3, 2, 1. Wide awake. Ooh, you relaxed very deeply there. Feel nice? Yes. That's good, good. That's worked very well. So how are you feeling about walking a little bit further down the road than normal? Yeah? Okay,
Coming up,
so
will
here
Sue
we
take
go.
her first steps to a new life and face her worst fear?
How are you feeling?
All right.
Is Ray's flying phobia too much of a challenge even for Paul? And can Paul cure Ryan, a fruit machine addict in danger of losing his girlfriend?
If nothing gets done in 3 or 4 years, I'll have lost her, and I don't want that.
Okay, so here we go. Lovely. How are you feeling?
All right.
Now, in just a moment when we get down...
Sue's putting her agoraphobia and Paul's treatment to the test with a walk to the end of her road. One small step for most people, but a giant leap forward for Sue.
Who's a very confident person?
Me.
You. So how far down are we now? Are we past the second house yet?
Not yet. We are now.
We're past the second house now, are we? Ah, right, good. Okay.
As they round the corner, Sue is going further than she has been for 5 years.
Now, think about a very confident woman.
I think Judi Dench.
Judi Dench. Now, she is. So what I'd like you to do is imagine Judi Dench standing here.
Yeah.
And then step into her and pull the posture of Judi Dench, yeah? That's it, yeah, there you go. Now, walk down the street like Judi Dench and think to yourself inside your mind, think, this is my neighbourhood. I reclaim it from my agoraphobia. I'm singing again. You've just been round the block for the first time in 5 years. They're used to it. Right.
In the car?
No, what?
There was a point at which you went like, whoopee, like this. Tell me what that was like.
I don't know, just experiencing something what I've been too frightened to face and experience before.
I can't believe this.
That's right, it's a witchcraft, isn't it?
And then, incredibly, Sue does it again on her own.
Normally, I would be worried because the houses, the those houses, there's no back entrance. So I'd be worried that I'd so far to go back. But I'm not worried now.
That was a great pleasure. Sometimes I have to work away and I see a slow incremental change, but suddenly the phobia just collapsed and Sue went off on a walk around the block for the first time in 5 years, all on her own.
To reinforce Sue's newfound freedom, Paul wants to push her even further, but it means Sue facing her biggest fear, the supermarket.
So what we're about to do is break new ground.
Oh, yeah.
So we can let you go in on your own, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Suddenly there's no sign of Sue.
I don't know where she is. We might have to send a search party out.
So? I hope I got my credit card.
She's got off checking out the whole... Oh, there she is. Have you seen something you like? Ooh, very nice. Well, they look good. Now, let's just say, solved one problem, created another.
What is that? I've seen this and I thought...
I think you should celebrate. You should have something to remind you of this great day. You know?
Well, it's worth it. It's worth it.
That's very good reinforcement, that is.
Paul McKenna's over there. He's been hypnotising me this evening because I have agoraphobia.
I'm impressed, but I'm shocked. I'm speechless.
I can see you.
Thank you, dear. I'll see you tomorrow.
There's lots of things you dream of. What you know will never happen. Since Paul's been, them dreams could turn to reality.
You're cute!
Where should we go next?
I think what we're going to see is her reclaiming her life over the next few days. And you remember, it's not just her, it's her families as well. They all benefit from this. And so this is a wonderful, wonderful thing to be a part of. I feel elated as well.
Later, we catch up with Sue, who once again finds herself overwhelmed by panic.
And now I can't concentrate and do all the things that he told me to do.
Ryan Hancock's is 26. He lives in Coventry and is phobia-free. He wants Paul to help him with something else. Addiction.
I love fruit machines. I think if you spoke to anyone else, they'd say I was addicted to fruit machines.
At the formative age of 12, Ryan won £70. It gave him status with his friends, and from then on, he was hooked.
The love of fruit machines comes from the fact that you can win, the buzz when you're playing. If I didn't have a partner, it would be every minute of every day.
This is Lisa, Ryan's fiancée, and she is sick of his gambling.
Ryan is completely madly in love with bandits. He loves them more than he loves me, I think.
Yeah, we're on the board. Happy days.
Sometimes I think, you know, I wish I was a fruit machine. Because I know he ignores me for them, so I wish I was one. I wouldn't be ignored.
Just 10 ones for that, please.
His addiction has already cost him one relationship, and by the age of 22 he'd amassed £24,000 worth of debt, which he's still paying off.
Right, I'm not going to play that one because I played that last night. I'll play this one. Money, I'd love to know. I'd love and someone to be able to come to me and say how much money. I'd probably end up, you know, probably hanging myself or killing myself knowing that I've wasted that much money in my life. I have an idea it could be £30,000-40,000. If I could have every pound coin that me personally have touched, I would imagine it fill this room easy. I've gone home, my hands have been green from touching pound coins. Nothing again. £10 gone. More change, I think.
It just gets too much. But I love him, so it's hard when you love someone. You try and help them.
In fact, Dan, do us 20. Last night I was in the local club where I go, super. All in all, from my own money, was about £180-200. Come on. My missus is gonna kill me. I told her it was 100.
I watched him put £300 in one bandit in the casino. I walked out. He called me about 2:30 in the morning when all his money had gone. He then went to the bank and got more money out and spent the whole lot. He didn't come after me. He didn't even notice I was there anyway.
But she's the best girl ever in the world. However, I've still ignored her whilst gambling. If nothing gets done in 3 or 4 years, I'll have lost her, and I don't want that.
I know he wants to change for me because he knows he'll lose me. So I know he wants to change bad. He does want to change, but he can't help it.
I can help Ryan. He's getting a serotonin high, that's a happy brain chemical high, from the thrill of gambling. At the age of 12 he had a big win, which is quite a formative age, and it set up a pattern at that time, and he's chasing that high from that age. Yeah. Now, it's at an enormous cost, because it's already cost him one relationship.
Actually starting to feel a little bit nervous now.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take him into the future, and we'll have him see all the potential problems that this addiction could cause if he doesn't make changes, so he can have hindsight ahead of time. Just take me into a world of if it all going completely Pete Tong, what would happen?
Oh God, well, I imagine everything could go. I suppose if your main concern is gambling, always will be.
Yeah.
You're not going to have time for relationships. You're not going to have time for a job.
Yeah.
And I suppose part of that you'd lose a lot of self-respect.
Yeah. What I'd like you to do is think about a really big win that you had. Remember it like you're back there now. Yeah, was it a slot machine win?
Yeah.
You can hear the sound of the machine paying out when it feels like it's never going to stop.
The main focus of Ryan's treatment is to make him disassociate from the positive feelings he gets from playing fruit machines.
Yeah. What I want you to do is float out of yourself so you can see the back of your head here, yeah, on the machine, and shrink the whole thing down, send it out the window, and make it a picture.
Paul gets him to visualise stepping out of himself, as if the experience is happening to someone else.
What's the difference?
Massive.
You don't have the same thrill, do
No.
you? Okay. This is good. All right, so give me a code word for one of the worst times gambling ever.
Liverpool.
Liverpool. What happened?
Not only did I lose, I was doing really well and I had loads of chips. I lost them all, and my bike got stolen the same night.
So you felt just really bad.
And I had to go back into the casino and ask for money, for them to lend me money to get a taxi home.
Maybe one where you felt very ashamed of it, where you think, people really think I'm for this.
I put Coventry for that one. I'd done really well all night, and I could see people looking at me. I had chips. I couldn't carry them all, and then I remember leaving with nothing. So.
Yeah, you left with nothing. That feeling of leaving with nothing was bad, was it?
Yeah, it was.
I need it to be really bad, by the way.
Well, it was humiliating.
So if you just close your eyes, Ryan, and just step back into the worst bit of Liverpool and bike.
By running all of his most humiliating gambling losses at once, Paul is overloading the brain with negativity, ruining Ryan's association of gambling with good times.
Right, now step into Coventry. There you go. Humiliation. Everyone laughing at you. What do you think the people at the casino think? Do they think, oh, what an intelligent probability analyst we have? They think, another mug to pay my wages. Go faster now. Step into Liverpool with the bike. Then overlap it into the arcade. Coventry. Laughing. And when it's feeling really bad, give me a nod. Now think about trying to have that big win. Think about going gambling. And then come on back out. Feel like going gambling?
Not at the moment.
Excellent. What we're doing is we're literally making it so, not so you're phobic of gambling, but you just can't get the same feelings of pleasure going, yeah? Is there something that you really hate to do?
Eat vegetables.
Yeah, fantastic.
To reinforce the reprogramming, Ryan has to feel massive repulsion for the game by associating it with something he detests.
All of them.
Close your eyes and imagine a big plate of broccoli and green beans and, you know, all of that celery. And imagine man with a gun standing here and he says, eat the vegetables. And you take a mouthful of the vegetables in and now chew a mouthful of broccoli in your mouth. Go on, chew it now. And then swallow it down. There you go. Oh, God, that's horrible, isn't it? So imagine every machine button that you've ever pushed, and whilst you're munching broccoli, green beans, and as you touch the button, the taste gets even worse. You have to swallow another mouthful. That feeling of revulsion that you have for vegetables, we're going to bring as a revulsion for those little buttons that say gamble, nudge, and hold. There we go. That's it. Good. I'd like you to think about...
Just in case vegetables weren't revolting enough for Ryan, he now has to remember a horror film featuring a man, a gun, and lots of blood.
Jaw was still moving.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is close your eyes and remember the feeling of being totally, utterly revolted. And over the video, I want you to superimpose the pictures of those slot machine lights lighting up. Imagine touching the start button, cranking the handle. That guy's face shot off, that torture video. Hit the start button. There we go, and then stop. Now think about hitting the start button on a machine. Does it not feel good?
After all the negative thoughts, it's time to think positively. Ryan will now get his thrills outside of gambling.
I remember probably the best feeling in my life was an unexpected first kiss from my current partner.
So if you close your eyes and remember feeling so totally in love with Lisa, return to that moment like it's happening again now. See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel how good you felt. And double it, make the images bigger and brighter and bolder than they actually were. Let those good feelings wash over you like waves on a seashore. And imagine taking those into every area of your life now and doing things that are different than gambling. How do you feel about gambling?
The buzz, the thrill isn't there.
Thrill will never be the same again. All you did was had some bad habits which you've got to change, because pain is now associated with gambling and pleasure is associated with a better life. There we go. We've wired you up differently. Now, let's go to a slot machine place and see how different it is. On a scale of 1 to 10, where's the thrill at the thought of going gambling?
1 or 2?
1 or 2, that's all you've got. See, I'd like you to feel pleasure in knowing you've got control over yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you're not powerless giving money to people who are basically laughing at you. Okay. Let's go here. So, I mean, for example, you look at this, how are you feeling right now?
Strangely, nothing.
Not interested, yeah? Ryan is cured. Ryan might occasionally be able to get a tiny urge going, but it won't be like it was. Touch that with your finger while you bring the horrible facing image in now. Go on, do it now. Feel the blood splatter on your face. Feel awful. You can't do it. Ugh. How's it feel? Are you getting a thrill from it?
Still got that image in my head.
I've disrupted the pattern that he had where he would feel pleasure and control stress through the serotonin release he was getting through gambling, and I've made it so that he gets feelings of pleasure from all kinds of other areas of his life, so he doesn't need gambling to make him feel good. Do you know, this is going to be the best bit. I've still got some goes left. Let's walk away and leave it.
That was strange. Lisa will tell you, anyone that knows me will tell you that if I was in that situation, I'd have been louder, hyperactive, do this, do that, looking around, my eyes have probably been wild, but I don't know. I actually don't even want to be here. I just want to go and have something to eat, sit down, have a drink, have a laugh.
Sit down with me and have a drink.
So in one day, their lives have changed.
I just hope that it's worked for you.
Yeah, no, I do as well. I really do.
You're not better, won't it?
Yeah.
1 month later, Ryan still hasn't gambled or even touched a fruit machine.
It has only been a certain amount of time. Like that burning urge, that's the thoughts still aren't there.
It's changed my life, basically. My dream just come true.
Well, certainly in the future with the money we have, a new house is literally just round the corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just about to sign for that. It has made me happier in myself, doing the normal things.
I don't wish I was a fruit machine no more because Ryan doesn't look at them.
In Hull, Sue has a new approach to life, but some old fears are creeping back in.
About 3 weeks since Paul's been now. I can still do loads of things that I couldn't do before, but I don't feel as confident as I did at the beginning.
Paul has suggested she keeps pushing herself and to brave the shopping centre again.
One of the things Paul suggested was going into Princess Quay with Graham. Graham keep the keys for the car, so I can't run back to the car and meet in 10 minutes. But for 10 minutes, not knowing where he is, that is so scary. Remember this, James?
I do. It's a completely different experience this time.
Yeah, because when we came up the car park, I can remember before playing with that bottle, and I wasn't doing that today. I feel like sometimes that what he did that day is wearing off, or it's me that's losing confidence. They look nice on you, Asha. Paul told me that if I should get anxious, I should always focus on a particular thing, but when I am anxious, I find it difficult to concentrate. I want to go now. I'm going to go back now.
Okay.
Feel alright?
Do what he's told you. Do what he's told you. Do what he's told you, and that's it. That's it. Paul's done what he's done to her, and it has helped her immensely already. But you ain't going to go and say, right, so you could now go around every floor in every shop, and that. She ain't going to do that. She might do in the end, but not straight away.
Sue goes ahead with a plan that only weeks before would have been unthinkable. A big day out at a noisy play park for Charlie's birthday.
Quite busy, isn't it? Throw yourself in at the deep end comes to man.
Every time you feel like that, just keep doing what Paul says, and you'll be all right.
Well, people learn that.
Even I'm doing it now.
Even more than our house.
But this time Sue can't control her anxiety. She's pushed herself too far.
Sue, are you alright? No. I don't know. Come outside for a minute. Just a bit, it's a bit warm and a bit too many people. Excuse me. It's really hot. There are too many people for me and quite far away from the door. I'm aware that the car's quite far for me from the door and now I can't concentrate and do all the things that he told me to do. And I'm going to feel really bad because it's Charlie's birthday. bet they all think I'm an incompetent mother.
Sue, Graham, hello. Nice to see you. How you
Coming
doing?
up, Sue braves the journey to London for her final treatment. But can Paul get her back on track? And we meet flying phobic Ray, who thinks his fear is too strong even for Paul.
I just see that as an accident.
Waiting to happen.
Waiting to happen.
Millions of holidaymakers jet off to the sun each year, but not Ray Ellingford. Even looking at a plane terrifies him, which makes his current job difficult, as he's working right next door to Heathrow.
It is the fear of crashing. If the pilot had a heart attack, I know that I wouldn't be able to do anything. There might not be anything wrong with it. So, sorry, I was looking at that. I don't know how I'll ever get over the fear of getting on one of those again. The fear is that great now.
For 15 years, Ray flew for the sake of his family, but hated it. It got so bad that Ray wouldn't get on a plane at all, leaving Jodie to take the kids away on her own.
I got to the stage where I didn't want to just go away with my mum and my nan and the children. I wanted Ray to come with us because he was missing out on us, the children, and having a good time because he was sort of quite stressed with work and he needed to have a holiday.
Jodie used to be quite sympathetic towards the fact that I was scared of flying, but after so many occasions now of butting out on flights and missing holidays with her, that she's got to the point of getting short with me now. It is a bone of contention in our marriage, definitely.
There's lots of places I'd like to go across the world. My dad lives in Australia. I'd like to go to see my dad. I can go if I want to, and Ray won't stop me, but I'd like to do it with him. It does ruin it for me.
Ray's fear became so extreme, he could only fly when sedated on a dangerous mix of alcohol and prescription drugs.
To cope with it, I actually use brandy and diazepam. The night before, I'd try and drink, not into a stupor, but keep myself at a level of drunkenness where I didn't really care.
He started taking sleeping tablets so he could sleep, and he was waking up having nightmares. Cold sweats, hot sweats.
If you try and deal with a drunken man, like who can't lift a bag up and put it in the car because he's like wobbling and falling over, it's not a great experience for my wife either, you know. So she also would have 2 small children and a drunken husband, like, you know. But
it makes me feel that I'm forcing Ray to go on holiday, and he sort of looks as it's my fault, and you're making me do this.
Ray even had 6 sessions with a psychiatrist at great expense, but it didn't work.
I would actually challenge Paul McKenna. I would say, come and take me on, because I feel like I've got such a strong brain that no one can tamper with it. I don't see that he could erase it from my brain.
I see that Ray thinks that my techniques might not necessarily work for him, and that's okay. I don't mind if people are skeptical, just as long as they follow my instructions. In fact, you don't have to believe a single word I'm saying. All you have to do is what I say.
If someone tried to make me fly now, got me to the airport, stressed me out that much, I could have a heart attack or something.
No one is going to force Ray to fly, but Paul is ready to go head-to-head and has 2 plane tickets just in case.
Scale of 1 to 10, where's the fear?
10.
10, great. Hold 1 point.
Paul tries using the Aikido technique, but it seems to make no difference to Ray.
Think about getting on the flight now. Tell me what number it is now.
It's still 10.
10, yeah? Just hold it until it goes to 9. And think about getting on the flight. Is there any difference at all?
No.
No. Okay, stop. Have a seat. Let's do this slightly differently. So what we're going to do is just a few visualization techniques. First of all, what I'd like you to do is just place your feet flat on the floor. Run that movie of the flight backwards. So you look at Ray flying backwards, talking backwards, all the feelings are moving backwards, everything's happening backwards in black and white at twice speed now. You're back at the very beginning. Just give me
Visualizing a traumatic experience backwards can help to undo it, but Paul's efforts aren't working.
Lanzarote, what's the difference now?
None.
Nothing. Still feels scary, doesn't it? Now, next, close your eyes and imagine you're Superman. You're flying alongside the plane. You can see yourself there. That's it. Going, I'm scared. You, as Superman, are flying along, laughing at your old self, going, ha, 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 ha.
Ray imagines he's superhuman and makes some progress at last.
That's good. That's cool doing it like that, isn't it? Squeeze your thumb and finger together. I want you to think about something that brings you deep pleasure. Something's like
Then
yes.
Paul pulls out all the stops with the hypnosis to try and break this challenging case.
Good. Feel how good you felt. Big win. Confidence, and take those good feelings. And now let's take them with us to the airport today. All the way driving to the airport, checking in, getting on the plane, door closes, plane taxis, power checks, take off into the air. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Seeing what you'll see, hearing what you'll hear, and feeling how good you'll feel. That's good. Yeah. Now, when you think about flying now, what's the difference?
It's good. I want to be there.
That's what we want. How are you feeling?
After less than an hour of treatment, Paul sets Ray the ultimate test, a flight from Heathrow to Edinburgh.
So you're going to go to Australia?
New York.
New York? Oh, nice one. But it means I'm going to have to come with you on every flight in future, but that's not an inconvenience, is it?
We'll pick the best.
I'll be there with the family, you know, your wife, your kids, me. It'll be like one happy family. We're about to get on the plane. How you doing?
I'm ecstatically happy, but
yeah.
I'm actually...
Squeeze your thumb and fingers together. Go back into those 4 good memories, yeah? Deep pleasure. Let's crank that good state up. Big win. Let's take it with us onto the plane in just a moment. We should actually get on.
Ladies and gentlemen, those chimes indicate we're just about to take off, so could you once again ensure your hand baggage is safely stowed under the seat in front of you and you're securely strapped in. Thank you.
They're airborne, and Ray keeps his cool, even when there's a malfunction.
See that screen going up there? That would really bother me, and I would really like...
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that we have a rogue screen in the area of row 12. As this is very irritating for those passengers sitting around there.
As you can see now, you know, you can fly without any unnecessary fear at all. You know, he's be flying around. His whole life will be different now. He'll be fine. He could go to Australia right now if he wanted and back.
It's weird. It's just a weird feeling. It's not like I've been asleep or anything. It's just something's changed. I don't know why or what, you know. Just can't put my finger on it, but it has changed. Evening. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Just inquiring as for the price of some tickets for a weekend break to Milan or Madrid.
One month later, Jodie gets to see for herself He really is a changed man. Even confident flyers might find a plane this small scary.
For him to be able to do that, I just think it's fantastic. To have him get up today, go out on that flight and not be scared and worried. I'm really, really proud of him.
He seemed to erase the negative and put the positives in. It's strange, it's very strange, but it works.
What makes me feel good is Ray had just about given up hope. He didn't believe that I was going to be able to help him, but he was prepared to give it a go. And look what's happened. He's free of his fear of flying, and it shows other people who are frightened of flying what's possible. It gives them hope too. Well, do you want to sit here or do you want to sit here? We sit here.
Sue has come down to London for one last treatment with Paul. Just to be this far from home is a momentous step.
When was the last time you came to London then?
I was about 13.
Oh, exciting.
After the hypnosis, Paul wants Sue to experience an agoraphobic's worst nightmare, the crowds at Piccadilly Circus.
You would have heard and feel how you would have felt. Spin the blue faster. There you go. Spin that feeling the other way. There you go. How are you feeling?
All right.
Tired.
To think that 6 weeks ago, Sue couldn't even walk down her own road, and now she's made it to one of the busiest parts of London.
Just keep going a bit further and further, so stop. And then let's go and have a little look. Here's the car. Car's not going anywhere, yeah? What's happening is Sue's emotions are resetting. She's finding new boundaries now. She knows it's safe. She's instead of it just all being terrifying, it's that it's safe. I'm near the car. Oh, I'm going to where there's people. There's apprehension. Oh, I've just hit the boundary. It's too much. There's now fear. Come back. Oh, there's a bit of apprehension. And each time she's pushing it a bit further and further. It's a bit like exercising a muscle. We're in Piccadilly Circus. If we'd have told you a couple of months ago, if somebody had said to you a few weeks ago, you're going to be standing in Piccadilly Circus in London, you wouldn't have believed it.
No.
Yeah. So you proved to yourself that you can go further, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'd put £1 million on it. No way I'd be stood in Piccadilly Circus with her. But I am, and I cannot believe she is here.
This is about as busy a place as we could think of.
Yeah, I won't get nowhere busier than this, will I? No. So nothing else might be as scary as this.
Do you feel like maybe something has changed?
Yeah. I think the way forward for me now is to, when I come up against an obstacle, instead of letting the negative thoughts back in to stop me from progressing, is to keep positive, really keep positive and remembering, practising every day and focusing, and then I think I'll be able to do it. I really think I'll be able to do it.
I don't think she was broken. She didn't need to be fixed. She'd just learned some bad habits, and now she's unlearned them, and she's learning to claim back her freedom. So each day she'll be doing that, going a bit further, pushing the boundaries of what used to hold her back, going beyond those limitations, so the future looks good for her.
Look at all that, what I've never seen. I've never seen it for years, only on television. All the things I'm missing out on. You got faith in me?
Yes, I have. A lot of faith.